struggle is real. Even though it's with my husband, the struggle is real. But I mean, we take one day at a time. I like it. It's fun.
Yes, yeah.
Hello once again, everybody. Don Stevens, Horseman Don here from the announcer's booth at Delta Downs in Vinton, Louisiana. Well, this is another edition of the Horseman Don Show Soundbites, where I visit with the horsemen and women taking part in the 2017 quarter horse season here at Delta Downs. I go to the backside every Tuesday morning, go to the gate, go to the barns, wherever I can find a story, wherever I can find a soundbite. I did it again this morning, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Right now, I'd like to tell you about our current season here at Delta Downs. It runs through July the 8th with live racing every Wednesday through Saturday night. Post times are at 6:15 p.m. Some great racing coming up this week. We've got 3 stakes races, a record Louisiana Lassie Futurity coming up Friday worth over $322,000. The young 2-year-old filly bred right here in Louisiana, going for the big paycheck on Friday night. Then on Saturday, it's the $266,000 Louisiana Laddie Futurity for the colts and geldings who qualified, and an excellent Vinton Stakes on Saturday night as well. We're going to talk to some connections of one of the favorites in that race coming up here in Soundbites. Well, with all that said, let's get to the Soundbites. Let's go check it out. How's the season gone so far, Gilbert?
It's going good. Just my babies are. They're running good. They're just not as far as the time-wise ain't as ain't been that good. But they're running where I think they should be. Winning and running seconds and stuff. So I'm pleased with them. Just the time-wise ain't good. We've had a lot of headwind, crosswind, and stuff. So
yeah.
Just got to work with that. Mother Nature.
You just got to be persistent, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
How about this week and the remainder of the season? We got some big money races coming up later in the meet. We're almost halfway through.
Yeah, I know. This meet's going real quick. Hopefully the ones that, won and run second in the trials of the Laddie and Lassie come around for the Lee Burke. That'd be nice. Which they are. They're doing good.
Yeah,
so.
You saved your best for last year.
Yeah. Yeah,
You'd take that again, wouldn't you?
It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
There you go. Well, have a good rest of the season and good luck.
All right, thank you.
Stay safe. Okay, Dedria, you're an agent here at Delta Downs. Your husband's a jockey. Your son's in the business. What's it like to have everybody in racing?
Well, it's really, it's a pleasure to work for my husband and have my son, but it's also good to see when they work together, having both of them work together and come together as a family. So that's real exciting for us.
That's got to feel good. What's it like being an agent?
Struggle is real. Even though it's with my husband, the struggle is real. It is. But, you just take one day at a time, and, I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, you're always on the phone. You're always trying to get mounts and getting the horses in. That's tough, isn't it?
At Delta, it's really tough at Delta because, you have more horses, and it's harder to get in because of the purses. But it's just, once you get them in, that Donald... I didn't get anything in, or like that. But it's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes.
Now you agents are a pretty tight-knit group, aren't you? You and Rhonda, you guys are all pretty tight.
Oh yeah, I love them. I love them all. We have fun. If I can't come to work and have fun, it don't even pay to come. But we enjoy. We have fun.
Yeah, well, good luck all season long. Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
First thing, she probably done extremely well. She ran a tremendous race. She left her on a gun. It was almost frightening how fast she left. Ran a good race, ran a 97 speed X, won the Mother's Day Stakes. She's now a stakes winner. And of course, if you do a little pedigree research, you realize that she's probably one of the best mares in the United States, really blue hen mare. She now has one owner, which is Scott and Monica Jones, and at the recommendation of us and with his consent, we retired her, and she's going to be a mother.
Oh, wow, she got retired. Big news, huh?
She's a great mare.
So where's she going to be?
She'll be in Winnie, Texas. She'll be staying at Scott and Monica's home, and they're very proud of her. Of course, Mr. Loop owned a part of her during the race, and Mr. Loop's also a great client. But Scott and Monica purchased her, and she'll be raising babies for them, and I think they'll be very successful with her.
So that was part of the goal, get her a stakes win, huh?
Yes, and of course she ran, last year she ran second to Mother's Day and second to Firecracker. She got her stakes win and went over 100,000, 113,000 now. So that was important. And at this point in time, she should be a tremendous asset to the broodmare bands here in the state of Louisiana.
Any idea what sires they have their eye on?
Scott's pretty savvy. He's pretty savvy about breeding. We talked a little bit about it, but I'm going to leave that up to him.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. She ran a great race.
All right, Jeremy, we're almost halfway through the season. How's your gate crew doing?
Good. Everybody's doing good.
Yep, you liking this weather? We've had some nice weather since that big rainfall a week or so ago.
Loving the cool weather.
Yeah, so got a big races coming up this week. Any more pressure on your guys with $500,000 in purse money in a couple races?
No, you know, they do it like every other race. You know, it's the way we look at it and gets done good. That way everybody gets a clean break.
Well, I have noticed you guys have had some horses, obviously, every season flipping the gate. You guys are so professional, and is it hard to work in there? I mean, it's dangerous, you know?
Yeah, it's dangerous, but you know, everybody's experienced and, you know, everybody knows what's going on, so we get it done the best we can.
You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right, Lanny, with TF Racing Runaway here, your big horse won the biggest race you've ever won as a trainer. How's he coming into the Vinton?
We're coming into the Vinton good. A little bit lightly raced, I would think, for him, but we worked him the other day, and I think we'll have enough legs under him to go the 400 yards. That's the main thing with this colt. He runs a little better when I don't just have to stand him in the stall that I can run him.
Yeah.
He seems like he's a little sharper whenever I get to run him, so that's the one thing that you know, I worry about a little bit with him, but like I said, we worked him and he had a couple outs at Shreveport, so I think he'll be ready.
Now tell me about, you mentioned his 2-year-old campaign. He kind of had some issues, but he won the biggest race of all the breeders last year, worth $1 million. Tell me what kind of thrill that was.
Well, you know, the last 2 or 3 years that I've sat and watched the colt that win the breeders over there, it's about the same thing. It's usually a big colt, and they usually peak at the right time and just roll off 3 or 4 races in a row and win, and that's exactly what this colt did. We had a little adversity with him throughout the year, and then, you know, he just kind of picked the right time to roll off 3 or 4 races right in a row, and you know, he just peaked at the right time, and that's the last 2 or 3 years that I can remember. That's what the horse has done that's winning. They just peaked at the right time, and that's what this colt did.
Now tell me that short story. When he was young, you said if your owner got him, you'd win the breeders, and darned if you didn't do it, right?
Yeah, well, I seen this colt as a weanling, and he was just a big old raw bone, nice colt, and you know, I was kind of aggravating the guy that bred him, and I told him, I said, boy, if you'd let me have him, I'd win you the breeders. And lo and behold, I ended up with him. I didn't get him for free, but I ended up with him. We had to do a little finagling, but we got him in the barn, and the old colt done everything. You know, he just been a blessing and a pleasure to have, because he does have some size, and he's got a gear on the end that a lot of horses don't have.
So does that raise expectation? You think you can do that every year now?
Oh, no. Boy, it'd be nice. If I did that, I wouldn't need but one horse.
No kidding. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
We got other horses coming up this weekend. How's T. Mahika doing coming into the Lassie?
She's doing real good. You know, I wish we'd have drew a little bit different post position. I'm not a big fan of being on the inside, even though she won a trial out of the inside and she qualified from the inside. I always like to, as I say, when the money's down, I want to be to the outside, but we're just going to have to come out of the inside, and she's doing real good, come back very good out of the trials. So I expect if she'll leave there, she'll just break. You know, I think they'll probably have to run her down. She's not real big, but she's real quick. Yeah. So if she can get away from the gates, they'll have trouble running her down.
Well, if she and TF Racing Runaway run big, you could have a huge weekend. Good luck.
Okay, Don, thank you.
We'll take a short break from Soundbites to let you know that this show here on YouTube is brought to you by Chalkbuster. If you don't know Chalkbuster, you should check it out. If you watch simulcasting from coast to coast, he brings you the best chalk-busting picks each and every day. 2 picks with wagering strategies for just $5 per day. You can't beat it. He beats the chalk very, very often. Chalkbuster, authored by my good friend Mike Barker up in Ohio. You can get the picks on twinspires.com or brisnet.com. Check it out. Start busting some chalk today. Well, let's get back to the sound bites from Tuesday, May the 16th.
All Manny, you've got Santiago Mendez injured a couple weeks ago, but he looks like he's coming back soon. Tell us how his progress.
Well, today was his first day. He got on horses. He got galloped 3 and worked 1, and he seems to be 100%. So we have the doctor appointment this afternoon. Hopefully we'll get the good visto, the visto win. I don't know how you say that.
Get a release?
Yeah, get a release from the doctors, and hopefully we'll start riding next week with him.
That's great. So we draw today for next Wednesday, and if you can get in maybe Linda next week, we'll see him again, huh?
Possibly, yes, sir.
Right.
Absolutely. I hope so.
Well,
everything
good.
looks really good.
Well, wish him the best. We're glad he's coming back.
Thank you very much. Appreciated that. Okay.
Okay, Trey, you're doing a lot of work at the gate. This is a lot of your job, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean the gates is the key in this corridor still. You know, getting away good and clean and out front.
You got that with the rig, didn't you?
Yeah, you do a lot of time here. A lot of standing horses, more than thoroughbreds, right?
Yeah, I mean the corridors, like I say, I mean the break's everything in the corridors, you know, deal. So I mean there's a lot of standing, a lot of schooling. Make sure they're sharp.
Make sure they're sharp right in there and they're comfortable, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
How about flipping halters? Of course, you use a lot more in the quarter horse game than you do thoroughbreds, but how often do you use them? Are you a big proponent of those?
Yeah, I really am. I mean, probably 90% of my barn goes with them. I mean, really not because they're flippers. They just to make them stand up in there a little bit closer to the V, and you know, just try to have the edge to get out front.
And keep their head straight, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this week I talked to you a few moments ago. You don't have anything in stakes races. This week's more of a grinded out week, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean we got several in this week. You know, a bunch of overnight races. You know, just try to get. You know, we dropped a bunch down and claiming ranks just to put them where they belong, so we can win some races.
Now the focus on the big money would be a firecracker and then a showcase night with the Lee Berwick, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got several. You know, pointing towards the Lee Berwick and the firecracker.
Well, good luck with those, and good luck all week.
All right, thanks.
How you doing this week?
Pretty good. How about you?
All right, how'd last week go?
It went pretty good. I was only able to win the race, but it was a pretty good week.
Pretty good week for you. Stayed safe. You're ready for this week. A lot of
Oh,
money
yeah.
on the line.
Yeah. We're ready for the finals this week.
Yeah. How do you feel you're coming up with the horses?
You know, we were just standing Accuracy B. She's standing pretty good. Hopefully we can get a clear out.
Yeah. What post is she breaking from here?
I really don't remember.
Yeah.
But
she gave you a lot in the trial, didn't she?
Yeah, she ran pretty good. You know, she kind of went in a little bit, but she should be fine.
Yeah. Just a look. She's breaking from post 5, so it can be right in the middle, probably one of the last to load. Unless
Yeah.
you get in a rig, of course. Most of them probably are.
Yeah. She goes in the rig, but all I want is to clear out. You know,
Yeah.
just be fair.
You think
Be
she's
fair
good
for
enough
everybody.
to do it, right?
Yes. She was standing, like I said, she was standing pretty good. You know, very calm on the gates. She gives me no trouble on the gates. Hopefully she can come out good.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Rhonda, Jock's agent. How long have you been a Jock's agent?
For about 5 years now.
5 years. How do you like it?
I love it.
Do you?
Started out with my husband Eddie,
Yeah.
and now I'm with David
Yeah.
Juan Torres. Yes,
Well, I mean, you couldn't have a better rider than that, huh?
exactly.
Yeah, that's good. So what's it like? I mean, obviously you're worried about getting horses in and rider safety. There's a lot of things you have to think about, isn't there?
There's a lot of things you have to think about, and I mean, there's more to it than just the entering. You know, you have to take care of them here on the backside when they stand them, gallop them, and it's a lot to it.
Yeah. Now, how much is it in the racing office? I know you guys have kind of a camaraderie. You guys laugh and joke, and it's kind of
Yes.
like a family, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You have to have fun. I mean, we do this every day, and we go track to track every day, and we're friends, and you have to get along and have a good time.
Is it any harder being a woman doing this job or not?
I don't think so.
You don't think so, do you?
No.
Yeah, that's good. Well, we've got a couple with Dedria.
Yes.
I talked to her, so that's good.
Sandy.
You guys are really close, aren't you?
Yes, me and Deidre are real close.
Well, talking about family, what about last weekend with the memorial for Mr. Matt Baker? Tell me how special that was.
That was real special. Matt is, he's real special to me, real special to a lot of people. And
Many years, right?
for many years. I worked for him for a long time, but been friends with him and the family for years. And his sons, you know, they're my family.
Yeah, and we had a little memorial, right, in the paddock last weekend.
We did, Saturday, and we also had a race for him. The fourth race was the Matt Baker Memorial, and it couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, that turned out really good with the family and the winner's circle
Yes.
and everything. And well, racing really is a tight-knit family, isn't
Very.
it? You spend so many hours with them.
Yes.
Well, you do a great job, and good luck the rest of the year, okay?
Thank you very much.
Go on and y'all can send her home.
All right, got a big week, a lot of money on the line this week, couple of horses in both big stakes. How they coming along?
They're doing good right now, Don. So far they training real good, so I'm hoping for the best.
It's one of those weeks where you do all your work, you just lay it on the line. Nothing you can do after that, right?
This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Now, I see you got a lot of gate work this morning, standing a lot of horses, a big part of the business, isn't it?
That's well, you gotta stand them, try to get them focused, because that's where our races won. And right here, majority of the races are quarter horses are won at the gates. So.
Yeah. How was last week? How would you recap last week for you?
We had a decent week, a couple of horses in the Futurity that they didn't run as good as I thought, but I think they put out as much as they could. They had a pretty good baby that I thought that was pretty good in the finals. Run real big, so.
The Old South?
Yes.
How'd Sizzling Stewart come back out of the Derby?
He came back, he kind of charged the gates in the finals, and I kind of put him, maybe dazed him a little bit and didn't give him enough time to recoup, but that's how it goes. That's part of racing. At least that's what they tell us.
You've been in it long enough, you should know.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Kenny.
Okay, man.
All right, Fonzie, you rode Isabel Perry 550 the night. Started on the inside, rallied, and came from behind. Nice effort.
Yeah, he's always been a little slow leaving the gate, but down the racetrack he really accelerates and runs his best race down the racetrack. So Friday night he had a decent break, but then he just accelerated, down the lane, and he just come on.
Do you kind of have to get into him to get his best effort?
No, you just gotta kind of hold him together. He's a big old horse, and just kind of keep him together, and then once he starts running, you just kind of then you can ride him a little bit, and I rode him a little bit, and he just accelerated and he did it on his own.
It was a nice effort. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Now you picked up a mount in the Laddie, Mr. Coco Palata. You were on him this morning. Tell us how he's doing.
He's doing really good. We stood him this morning, and he's really focused. Got his mind really set on running. So I'm excited, just the way he did this morning. So he's pretty focused and going into the race. So a little bit of luck, and he runs his race, and he can be in the top 3.
Have a big chance, huh?
Yeah, yes, sir.
What's it like picking up mounts in big races like that when you didn't qualify them? How does that affect you as a rider?
Well, I mean, it goes to your advantage. Sometimes the horses tend to do better either with the rider or okay. So. Yeah. Most of the time, you're looking for the betterment of the horse. In this case, the 2-year-olds, they tend to come better run the second time going into finals.
Okay, well, great. Well, good luck this weekend.
All right, thank you, Don.
Have a good rest of the meet.
You too. Thanks.
How you doing, David?
How are you?
Good. Ready for a big week?
Yes, sir.
Got some big races coming up, don't you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Think you're ready to win some?
I think I win.
All right.
The big race?
Yeah?
I try.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Things are going well, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
How things going, Scotty?
Good, Mr. Don. Doing a little worker back here.
Working hard, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Nice morning.
A little warm this morning.
A little warm?
Yeah.
Yeah. Week 5 coming up. Hard to believe we're almost halfway through this
Halfway
thing.
through.
Goes fast.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, stay safe, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Come on, little one.
I see the Vinton Stakes is probably the toughest race that I've seen in a long time here at Delta Downs. As far as quality, the horses are really, when they line up those horses, you've got multiple stakes winners, but more importantly, I think you've got a lot of young horses that are on the move. They're ticking up. They've got everything going for them. We've got a horse in there called Toasted Runaway. Last year, Louisiana Jewels and Toasted Runaway were the 2 horses that we felt had the most talent in our barn. Toasted Runaway had some problems. That's typical for a 2-year-old, so we had to back off and come again. We started him here 3 weeks ago. He ran a tremendous race. He blew out of there. He left the gates running, and he was very, very impressive. We'll just have to see how he comes back. But the competition in this race is about as good as you're going to get anywhere.
He's in good form, but he's really stepping up, isn't he?
Yeah, he's stepping up, but I feel that he's that kind of horse. He's the caliber horse that he's a stakes caliber horse. There's no question about it. I wouldn't have put him in there if I didn't think he could compete, and that's really what we want. We want to test him, see if he's battle tested. We'll find out how good he is.
What do you think this race is going to tell you about what you're going to do for him the rest of the year?
Well, it's going to tell me a whole lot. First of all, it's going to tell me, can this horse come back after a tremendous race, which he ran a tremendous race the other night. He was very, very impressive. It's going to tell me, number one, does the horse come back at the second trip around? The other thing is going to really give me insight into how he stacks up against these quality horses, because if you go down through that, I don't care, you pull any horse in that race, and you're talking about stakes caliber horses.
Yeah, you really are. What did you feel about your post draw, okay?
Post draw's fine, yeah.
Well, good luck on
We'll leave there running.
All right, good luck this week.
Thank you, sir.
All right, John, got another busy week. It's week number 5. Season's going fast.
Yes, sir. It sure is.
Yeah, we got some closing, stakes closing this week.
Yeah, we have 2 closing this week. We got the Virgil Bond, that's 3 and up, 25,000 guarantee, going 870, and Val's Fortune, that's Louisiana breds, 3 and up, 60,000, going 400 yards.
So we just need horsemen to get in here to the racing office or contact you, right?
Yes, sir.
And the cutoff is Friday?
Yes, Friday. Friday is the last day we can nominate for it.
A couple of big stakes this week, Lassie and Laddie. That'll be exciting, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Then we get into the heart of it. We get to the Firecracker and the Lee Berwick. Those are the big ones.
Yep. The Firecrackers in less than a month.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's coming up that quick. You got a cat ringer. Thank you, John.
Thanks. Hello.
Well, that's another edition of Soundbites here on the HorseManDon Show. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll do another one next Tuesday, so come back for that right here on this YouTube channel. I'd like to remind you the current season here at Delta Downs runs until July the 8th with live racing every Wednesday through Saturday night. Post times are at 6:15 Central, so get all the racing action you can before the meet comes to a close. This week, fantastic stakes racing. Friday night, it's the $322,000 Lassie Futurity. On Saturday, it's a stacked Vinton Stakes. That's going to be a great race at 400 yards, as well as the Laddie Futurity for the Colts and Geldings. So a great week of action coming up here at Delta Downs. We'll do another Soundbites for you next Tuesday. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button down below, share this across social media, and of course subscribe to this channel. We need all the support we can get as we cover this current season through the end of the meet coming up on July the 8th. Well, until next time, I'm HorseManDon. Thanks for joining us here for Soundbites. We'll talk to you again next week.